Hello and welcome to JCNI News. I am Jamil Hankins and I will be bringing you the news this week. Facebook and Ray-Ban have teamed up to make Ray-Ban Stories glasses. These glasses have a camera in the corner of them along with a speaker on the side. I don't know where you charge them at. It even has a little LED light at the top to let you know when it is recording or not. So now you don't have to be like this all day. You can just go like that. Mark Zuckerberg said himself that when you turn it off, it stays off. I don't know about that. I've heard stories about our phones coming back on. Now it's gonna be like your glasses are gonna be coming back on. I don't know. Have you ever seen They Live? It just feels like Roddy Piper.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Also, with all the new technology, the glasses are only heavier by 5 grams, which is pretty good. It's not bad at all. Anita Baker will be giving you the best that she's got now that she's got her master's back. It took 35 years, but now it's time to clean that house. So make sure you guys download every last song and listen to some calm music. Sundays preferably. Brunch. Fedora hats. Chelsea boots. Mimosas. And Anita Baker. Donald Trump has said that his easiest fight will be Joe Biden. He claims that Joe Biden would go down in seconds. I would like to see this also with an undercard of Kamala Harris versus Sweetie. And I would also like to see Chris Christie fight a chocolate cake. You can do it, Brucey. You can do it. Also, Nancy Pelosi and Kente fighting the women from Black Panther. Keanu Reeves is back with another episode of The Matrix 4. I wish he would have kept the same haircut. He's got the John Wick haircut, which is kind of confusing because I thought it was John Wick. Maybe if he wouldn't have worn a suit, maybe he just wore a black t-shirt. People have been wondering why there is no Morpheus in this one. Well, here I am. If you need a Morpheus, I'm here. I'm available in the afternoons. Keanu, I can do it. I'll need some glasses. I can get pills from down the street. No problem. Red ones, blue ones, white ones, a lot of white ones. What they've revealed is during a video game, Morpheus was killed. I guess they didn't want to reshoot the scene, so here's the clip. And that's what happened to Morpheus. CGI has come a long way.
How we doing today, folks? Welcome to episode 27 of Just Conversations, No Interviews. Today we have Linna here. She's going to tell us about her journey of being an entrepreneur all throughout the East Coast, everywhere. She's a wonderful person, and today I want to thank you, Linna, for showing up.
Thank you, not a problem.
On time, and it's amazing. So let's get into this interview. I see that you are a very successful entrepreneur. You're working very hard.
Thank you.
Let's start with how long have you been in the line of business? Well, what line of business are you in, and how long have you been in business?
I have a clothing business and a lash business. I've been working on my lash business for over 10 years now, and my clothing business, at first I started off, playing around, and I could say it's about 3 years now since I've worked on my clothing.
Okay. So let's take it back. So you're from Philadelphia.
Yes, I am. The city of not so brotherly love.
So listen, are you a natural born entrepreneur?
I am a natural born entrepreneur. I grew up around everybody who is in business. You know, my mom owns a business, my uncle, my aunts, and when I was small, when I was younger, about 4 years old, I would see these things in them and I would try to like do the same thing they did. Like one time I had ran to the store, got a pack of candy. My grandmom gave me $1, and I was standing outside at the bus stop trying to sell it, and I got my ass whooped.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was knocking them off, huh?
I was trying until
was
my
anybody
mom started
buying?
looking for me. I mean, the ladies were. I forget them coming to me. I was coming to them.
Okay.
Once somebody came off the bus, I was like, "Hi, ma'am, would you like to buy some candy?" You know, they'll look at it like, "Oh, where's the sweet girl? Who's the parents of this child?" So my grandma came out looking for me.
So your first business, you was handling candy in front of this place. Your grandma beat the living bejesus out you.
Yes, because the house was in front of a bus stop.
Okay.
So I knew every time there was a stop, somebody was coming out.
So after that, so what was your next business after that? Like what so fast forward, what is your first real business and how old were you?
At 16, I started to do my own lashes, and it wasn't a thing, but I never had lashes, so I was like, all right, let me put some lashes on. I had learned how to do it on myself, and then when I went to school, I started to do it for other people because I was asked for service, I was requested for service. So I was like, you know what, I'm in high school, I'm doing lashes, so why not? Extra money? Hell yeah. I'm 16. What I got to lose?
Okay. So you started out young pumping those lashes.
Yes.
Any other business you had around the lashes time?
I worked everywhere. I've worked at so many places, like worked at a lot of places, but it was mainly retail, but it wasn't cutting it. I wasn't happy. My time was devoted into somebody else's business, and the money wasn't that great.
So your personality doesn't match every day,
No.
40 hours a week.
Absolutely
You'll
not.
die on the inside.
Yes, I weren't happy.
Now, would you be more happy working for yourself, maybe netting $100 a week when it's all said and done, expenses and all that, or would you be happy working for somebody else, netting $1,000 a week after everything is done?
I'll be happier working for myself because at the end of the day, I know that I'm building my brand.
Okay.
Something that can later on, grow as a brand, or but
So you believe in a 3-year, 5-year, 10-year, 20-year plans? It's not you're not like, hey, I'm gonna start selling lashes today, I'm gonna be a millionaire tomorrow.
no, absolutely not. You must put in the work with everything you do because things don't happen overnight. That's everything. Consistency is everything.
Okay. So now we're going to 2020, March 2020. Something comes over the country. COVID comes over the whole world. And
Right.
it's shutting down businesses. And from my understanding, you have a kiosk. So your business is more people to people, hand to hand, correct?
Right.
So when this COVID happens,
During the COVID, about in March, during COVID in March, I was still working. I was doing house visits, with my clients, ones that, I already have.
you masked up and everything, lived up. And
Absolutely. I followed all the precautions,
Okay.
and I've never been sick since COVID. I was working. I did that. I sold my clothes. I had, people pull up. They was just buying clothes, and they liked it. They supported me, and I also made food. I made platters. I sold platters during Corona. In the summertime of 2020, that was the summer when the Corona happened, I started to have meetings and stuff with my partners, and we came up with this idea of, going into business together, and that's when we opened the kiosk, and that's when we opened the kiosk in November
Okay.
2020.
And where's the kiosk located at?
The kiosk is located in King of Prussia Mall,
Okay.
and nice place.
Nice place.
Very nice place.
Okay. So you've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years. How stressful is it being an entrepreneur, and how do you unwind when you have your downtime?
Being an entrepreneur is very stressful. It's the most stressful thing ever, physically, mentally,
Draining some days you can't get out the bed.
Right, draining, like even mentally. And then everybody, with friends and family, they start to distance because you're doing something for yourself and you're like always busy. But when you're an entrepreneur and you're by yourself, it's like you got to think of the plans, you got to physically do, the work, put in work. You have to mentally be ready and, plan things strategically and advertise yourself nonstop.
Okay.
So, and to unwind, I'll watch something.
Watch some TV?
I like to go outside. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I need a drink. So I'm gonna go outside. I work so hard, so I feel like I deserve it. So I go outside, see a little bit of, scenery, a little bit of music, a little bit of drinks, just to unwind.
Okay.
I'm a human being, It gets tough at times.
That's understandable. So with your lashes now, how hard is it? And even your apparel line, how hard is it to get quality products at a good multiple?
That's not an easy thing because, everybody would love to just order things, but you have to know the quality of it. You have to test it first before you can keep providing that, quality merchandise, because if it's not good, you're going to get feedbacks on it. So when you're building a brand, you want something that's legit and something that you're going to wear, something that you qualify, so that you can give it to your,
Your fans,
or
your customers,
your customers or your supporters and stuff like that. So we want the best.
So you say your music. So what music are you listening to right now that helps you unwind? Like when you go out, what do you want to hear right now? What's your top 5 songs when you go out? What you want to hear?
Shake some ass, some shaky butts,
some shaky butt shit, little booty smack,
some hustle music,
some hustle music.
I only get down with the slow stuff when I'm in a house. The generation has changed. Like,
so you want to hear like Lil Baby?
When I go outside, yeah, that's one of my favorite.
Okay, we got Lil Baby. We got some Dirk in there or something. No?
Absolutely.
So we got Dirk, we got Baby.
We got babies. We have who else? All right, we're not gonna do that right now. So it's a lot on my list.
It's a lot on your list.
I just want to hear some, up to date music.
So, being a successful businesswoman, did you have to develop a more aggressive personality to help you get through your negotiation?
Absolutely, because being in the industry of business, men are always more, how do you say it? Aggressive. Not aggressive, but like, how do you say it? Like,
a lot of ego, a lot of.
Yes, you guys have a lot of ego. Like, you guys don't ever.
No nurturing. No.
Yes, it was so hard. Like, I had men that were business partners, so they were always so like, you gotta get this done. Do this. All right, cool. See you tomorrow. And I'm like, have a nice day. Okay.
How's your day today?
Right. So
How's your weekend? How's the kids?
Right. So I always have to bring that in. Ask them about that. Even with that, it's like, do this, do that. And we don't really, I have to break it down for them to understand where I'm coming from as a female, because I've been in many arguments, I've been in many disagreements where I got to stand my ground and feel like if I don't stand my ground, who will? Mm-hmm. I am me. So if I have a problem, I should speak up about it. But I do see that when I do talk to men about business, it's like they don't take me serious.
No.
So I gotta break it down, and once they start hearing me talk, that's when they'll hit them second,
They know you're serious.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have to break it down to them for them to re-look at me.
Okay.
Or I gotta show them something. I always told people that I have this going on, I have this. They're like, oh, okay. And when they actually see it, or they actually see somebody else mention me that knows me or something like that, and they're like, oh shit, she's really doing something,
Okay.
But it's very tough with men because they don't put you on the same level, even if you're You got a lot more going on than they do.
She's just a woman. She's just a woman that ain't that deep. She got lucky.
Right. So
Okay.
it is tough. So
you have a different personality. You have the bulldog in you.
I have to. If I don't, I'm gonna get bullied. I'm gonna get bullied.
And your upbringing in Philadelphia makes sure that nobody bullies you.
No, you gotta stand your own ground. If you don't, somebody else will.
Some fancy tattoos on that. Tattoo mean anything under your neck?
Yes, this means love. So my brand is Linna L'Amour. Linna is my name, and L'Amour means love in French. L'Amour means love in French. I am selling my products to spread love one pieces at a time, you know. And with this right here, it's in my culture. I'm Cambodian, so it means love in Khmer. It's the language that we speak.
So you got quite a few tattoos on you. I thought you would just come home from penitentiary or something.
Yeah.
You tatted up kind of crazy.
And that's another thing in business where I always feel like, I hope she's not looking at me like a thug. I hope I'm not too gangster for them. So it's like, I mean, I feel like tattoos are just artwork, but everybody sees it differently. But being in King of Prussia Mall with tattoos and stuff like that, sometimes I do try to hide them, but most of the time I'm not, because it's me. So you're either gonna take it or leave it. But I feel like people see me and they get intimidated because of all the tattoos, you know, especially on my neck. People don't usually just get a tattoo on their neck, but after they get to know me, my personality, and my work ethic, it's like, she cool.
Okay. So then the more you talk to them, the tattoos go away and you get to see your body of work and how much work you put in body product.
Absolutely. I have been judged off based on how I look. So after knowing me, I really don't care about, you know, what people think, but after knowing me, it's like, it's a good feeling when people get to know you personally.
That's cool. So you opened a kiosk in November in King of Prussia. What was your holiday season rush like? What's it like?
Oh God, it was crazy. It's like a zoo in there. Like, you can't even hear the music that goes on in the mall. It's like a big rush. Everyone's just buying everything and just spending money. Wow.
It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing time. It's an amazing time to be alive, to have the kiosk.
This is, well, in November 2020, that was during the COVID, so I've never seen nothing like it. You know, the government was giving out fundings. People were in the mall, like, I've never. Yes, it wasn't even holidays, and you know, people were lining up outside the door, outside of the mall.
No sales going on.
Nothing.
Regular price. They like that for regular price.
And I've never working there and going there. I've never seen the line in Gucci or Louis so long.
I mean, you've been in retail though, so you never did you ever see what you just think? Because you said you started out, you did a lot of retail when you were younger.
Absolutely, but it'd be like, but it's like regular school time when you'll see us all packed up buying stuff for your kids. Holiday season when you're getting gifts for Christmas. That's probably the only time that you'll see the mall go crazy. But that COVID was something different.
Every day.
It was every day. Was Christmas. Every day, everybody, the line in Gucci was wrapped around to outside. And I was like, wow. This was new to experience, especially in business. It's like, you're thinking like, oh, am I going to make it? Oh, are we going to do good? Are we even going to make ends meet? You know? Because being in there is expensive.
Oh yeah. I've seen a couple kiosks come and go in there. I've seen quite a few of them come and go. So I can just imagine. So on this journey you have been on, and you are a mother, correct?
Yes.
So like, how many hours is like a day? How many hours are your days? Like, do you wake up like 6 a.m. and you?
24.
24. Come on, you gotta get some sleep, man.
Sleep. I do have ADHD also, so it's like, what's that? What's sleep?
Okay.
And with the kids, you know, I'm a single parent, so it's like I run around doing everything, making sure home is good, making sure business is, you know, getting my
full attention.
Right.
You're giving everything your full attention.
Yes.
You give the kids full attention.
I'm trying to give them some, trying to give the business some, trying to give my clients some. I'm trying to make everybody happy. So sometimes I feel like I get the short end of the stick, but I'm not doing it for no reason. No.
So right now you want to sacrifice your younger years,
right,
to cruise going out into your later years.
Yes, you have to sacrifice. I feel like the more I keep putting into work to it, I'll succeed eventually if I keep consistent.
Staying consistent. So when you sit in a dark room by yourself, you can't go to sleep, you still feel like it's worth it? Because, entrepreneurs, we have this moment when you hit like a dark spot. I don't know if you've been there yet. I've been there many times.
I've been there many times. I've hit rock bottom many times in business. Like,
how is rock bottom? Because a lot of people can't stand it.
Rock bottom is when you put everything in yourself and lose it all any given day.
But how is it? Like you said, you've been there more than once. Like how is it? Like, was it as bad as you thought it was, or after you hit it, you say, well, shit?
It's a terrible phase because it's like a phase that some people can't get out of. Sometimes you have to you gotta weigh the positive and the negative, and it's like, even if I was to hit rock bottom, I'm not staying there. I refuse to be there. I don't like it. Everybody goes through, a certain point of rock bottom in their life, but I refuse to stay there. I've had shops in the past that I've closed down, because I had issues, but I keep continuing to do what I'm doing, and it's like,
just keep reinventing.
I just gotta keep
reinventing the business,
right?
whatever it is.
The more I go through, my past and things like that, it betters me to prepare for the next. So even if something doesn't work out right now, you gotta think of your next plan. You gotta just keep going. You just gotta keep going. So, you can't stay stuck in one spot.
So in hindsight, you always had to pivot. So COVID wasn't nothing new to you because you always had obstacles.
No, because we've never went through that before.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that to me, because I've been through a lot myself, and what I've learned in life is like an obstacle is just an obstacle. So whether
it's just a phase.
Yeah. So whether it's
we
COVID,
all get through. Whether it's COVID, whether
stock market crash,
whether you got sick, whether you lost something, whether something was taken away from you.
Just figure your way out.
You have to. That's life. You live and you learn.
What about the power in being still? Something I learned probably in 2012. I lost a lot, and I learned that sometimes in life, like you gotta, like sometimes the shit just ain't gonna be on your side.
Right.
And sometimes you just gotta be
fall
still.
Back. You just gotta fall back. Be still. And you gotta let it work itself out.
Yes, and let all the bullshit get through. Let all of it run through, because sometimes you're gonna go bankrupt. IRS gonna be on your door and everything else.
Absolutely.
And by the time all that wave is done, and you still gonna be standing, then you can start building it back up piece by piece.
You have to. You always gotta build back up. I would recommend that for any entrepreneur because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
You mean to tell me it's not like on YouTube? Buy my course for $29.99 to another $5,000, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Does it work like that?
It can.
It can?
It can.
I've never seen it work like that.
I've taught people to do lashes. I've taught people my skills. I've
You
made
can teach
money.
them the skill. Can you teach them the hustle?
I can't teach y'all the hustle. Y'all gotta want that for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause I could give you the book, but you still gotta read it. So.
So it still comes down to you gotta have that inner drive.
Yes, you have to have that inner drive, the positivity. A lot of people are not gonna like everything you do. There's gonna be people, and then when you're reaching a certain level, people are gonna talk whether it's true or not. You can't really pay that no mind. You just gotta keep going. You gotta act like you don't hear these things, but you still gotta tuck it somewhere.
So get tunnel vision, just you and your goals.
You just gotta keep going. Because
in
in the midst of you cannot. Because in the midst of you doing that, you're giving somebody else your energy that you can be giving your business or brand the energy.
So with all that we talked about, one of my last questions would be for you. It's like, would you recommend an entrepreneur life for everybody?
Absolutely. I would say go for it. If you stand on it, if that's what you want and that's what you think you want to do, I feel like you should totally go for it, because being an entrepreneur, everything is for you. It's your call, your shots, your go. I've never seen anybody get rich off working for someone else. So I feel like people should, build businesses and work for yourself. Because I already had these problems in the past working for everybody else. What did I do? Always complain. I don't want to go there. I hate that person. I hate wearing this. Oh no. So it's like, you do it your way. You just got to make it work.
Okay. I like those answers. Me personally, I don't think entrepreneurs for everybody.
It's not for everybody, but for me, I would recommend
You
for
recommend,
everybody
right,
to
try.
try.
To at least try.
To at least try, because you wouldn't know unless you try. One day, it might just take off. You never know where it's gonna go. People that you meet, things that you do, places that you go. You never know who you'll come across, and you know. So I feel like
Try it.
try it.
Try it at least.
You never
try.
know who cares.
You get some good.
You never know
experts.
who sees that in you. You know, there's people out here watching. They're always watching. They're not gonna tell you they're watching, but they're always watching.
So, I know I said it's my last one. So it's funny because you're so seasoned and you've been in business for so long. You remember the first bad thing that ever happened to you as being an entrepreneur? You thought like, oh shit, it's over. Like what was that like?
I remember when I first started lashing, and I'm just like, oh, these lashes gotta stay. Oh my God, they better not call me back. Oh, so I was new to lashing, and oh my God, every client I ran across, their lashes was falling off, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta
From
do it.
your lashes you were putting on, or the ones that were getting done from other people?
The ones that I would put on them. So I'm like, oh no, what's going on? But then as time go on, I got better with my craft. I, learned, I researched, I've done a lot of tests, I've done a lot of experiment, and I started testing my own product, because if I don't, I wouldn't know how it's gonna go for someone else, especially my clients. So yeah, I thought it was the end of the world. I can't do this no more. I'm done. I gotta find a job. But then I was just like, nah.
So you kept fighting through it.
Right, and I became really good. I was like one of the first person in Philly to like really do extensions. So I was fighting for it. I actually loved it. So
it's like getting a new boo. You want to know how he works.
You want to know how it works. You want to give it your all. You want to give it good stuff. You don't want to just give it anything. You stand for your brand, Okay. You don't want it to be like, oh, it's always messed up. It's always bad reviews.
So at this point, when lashes,
I want to make my supporters and my clients happy.
Okay. So at this point, when people talk about lashes in the city, you want to be like the Coca-Cola, Pepsi of this thing. Because there's quite a few people that do lashes. I don't know. I wouldn't even know who is like the best lashes person. I don't know how it goes.
It's so many. It's trending. That's like a trending career.
But you were doing it kind of like before it became more big.
Yes, I was one of the first people who was doing lashes in the city.
Now it's gonna be somebody watching like, get the fuck out of here. So just give me what year did you said you were 16 when you first started?
Yes, I was 16, but I was doing the lashes that were in the naileries, and the naileries been doing this for centuries. Okay. But I was doing extensions, which was something everybody here weren't used to yet. They were used to the individuals or the clusters that the nailery would do for $20. I was charging like $100, over $100 a set. So with the extensions, it's a little different.
So tell me, it's at the kiosk. They just come in the kiosk, ...
You have to make an appointment, and they come in, we sanitize, we wipe down. You have to have a mask on. Well, especially now. So yeah, they get their lashes done in the middle of the mall.
How long does that take?
It can range from 30 minutes to 2 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
2 hours getting your lashes done?
And
is it like some prom type shit you can?
It's like you're putting one lash
at a time?
Yes, one strand. So you have to have skills to do these things.
So how long does that, something like that last?
Lasts for about
3 weeks?
2 to 4 weeks. It depends on how you take care of it, because it's like nails, your hair, your everything. If you don't take care of it, it wouldn't last. Okay. Some people doesn't take care of them.
What's the range, if you don't mind me asking that? What's like the lowest for a service from you and like the highest?
My most affordable service would be eyebrow waxing, and the most would be a volume set of lashes.
Okay. Yeah. But just stop past the kiosk when you're in King of Prussia and just check her out. So how can people get the clothing? You
guys can follow me at Linna Lamore, on Instagram, and check out my clothing and apparel. For the lash, I have Linna Lamore Beauty, so follow me on Instagram, and you can check out all of my work, and hopefully support me one day.
Well, folks, with that being said, we're going to wrap up episode 27 of Just Conversations, Know Your Interviews, and don't forget to stop in the King Prussia Mall and give Linna Lamore a shout out and tell her that you saw the interview. Always remember to like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much.
Peace.
Hey, yo, Glenn, you forgot your line. You never did your line, Glenn.
Oh, here we go. The dream is free. The hustle is so different.
Oh, money! Bars.